Welcome to our training video covering the process of approving timesheets. Per usual, everything on our timesheet is customizable. You can enable or disable any column or any feature, and you can configure the approval process by resource or by project. Let's start by submitting a timesheet, and then we'll talk about the approval process itself. From our timesheet, we hit the green thumbs up button here. We click OK, and if required, we provide an explanation for a deviation between our allotted hours and our actual hours. We click Save. Our timesheet has now been submitted for approval. Let's go back to that timesheet. Go to Date here. The date for that timesheet was December 20th. Click on December, go to the 20th. The timesheet loads. We can see down here in the status bar that this timesheet is pending project manager approval and is therefore locked for editing. To explain the timesheet process itself, let's jump to our missing timesheet page. We can access that by going up to Tracking, to Approval, and to Missing Timesheets. Here we see all of our resources. We see how many timesheets they have not even started, which allows me to focus on which resource has the most outstanding timesheets. I see how many timesheets they've started but have not completed here in the draft status. I can also see how many timesheets are pending the project manager's approval and who that project manager is. This is optional. I see how many timesheets are pending manager approval and who that manager is. This can be a team leader, it can be an office manager, or some other general manager. Once the manager has approved a timesheet, that timesheet goes to billing or payroll. We can have an email be automatically sent out to any resource that has not submitted timesheets, let's say by noon on Monday. Alternatively, we can select a resource and manually send an email by clicking here. Now, if we go back to our home page, we see, as Gary, that we have multiple roles. We're project manager, and we're team leader. We're going to walk you through the approval process for each role now. There are three ways to access the timesheets that require our attention. And this is the same whether we're acting as a project manager or a team leader. We can go up to the top menu, up here, and select Tracking, Approval, and Pending Project Manager Approval, or the Timesheets Pending Approval. This is the team leader step. We can go on to our home page, and here as project manager we have 4 timesheets pending project manager approval. When we mouse over, we have a pop-up box that lists out all of our projects. That same information for timesheets is at our top ribbon here, which we mouse over, we get the pop-up box with our projects. As team leader, we have the same information in the same places. We have now, as team leader, we have 10 timesheets waiting our approval. And when I mouse over, I have my resources with their timesheets. And up top, I have 10 timesheets here waiting for my approval. When I click on the timesheets for the project manager, so we will do it by clicking this button here, Project Timesheets. I can click on the project that I want to deal with. I have a list now of all of the resources working on that project that have timesheets that have been submitted. We're going to click on Gary. And we're going to deal with his timesheet for December 20th. So here, I have a lot of information about Gary and his timesheet. I have the project, and in the project here I have total estimated hours, total actual hours, and total hours that this resource, Gary, has actually worked. I have my planned or estimated hours. I have my variance. I have my actual hours here. I have the activity, the task. I have the standard rate that we are charging our clients for this particular task. I have, as the project manager, the ability to override the rate by typing in some amount here. And then I have the details for each day. I have the ability to type in a comment here, which when I approve or decline a timesheet, gets sent to the resource. So I've typed in comment, and I'm going to approve this timesheet by clicking submit, and it's done. And it actually takes me to the next timesheet for this resource. Now I'm going to approve this timesheet as a team leader. So I can simply go here to timesheets pending approval, and I've got a list of my resources. Now let's find Gary right here, and I'm going to approve his timesheet for the 20th of December, clicking it here. And now I have something similar to what I saw when I was a project manager. I have the project, I have estimated actual and resource hours, I have activity, task, I have the standard rate, and as team leader or office manager, I have the ability to override that rate. I have all the details for each hour, for each day. I then have down here, I have explanations for deviances between allocated and actual hours. Further down, I have my wage accumulators, how many hours this particular resource has remaining or has used. And here is our wage account balance, which are the number of hours that they have remaining for each particular wage category: vacation, overtime, comp time, etc. I have a section at the bottom where I can type in comments. These comments are sent to the resource when we've declined or approved the timesheet. If I decline the timesheet, then an email gets sent out with my comments, and the resource now has the ability to go back in, modify the timesheet, and resubmit. If I approve, this timesheet is submitted for invoicing and for payroll. I'm going to approve the timesheet. And we're done. As you can see from this video, the process of approving or declining timesheets is very straightforward and very easy. Thank you very much.